All right, Elite Code 3, we have a PSA order. This one is the regular service order. So these are card values 100 to 499. It's around 15 cards here. These shipped off June 12th and arrived back September 15th. So 60 business days on a 20 business day order. Take that for what you will. I don't ever get really caught up in the wait times because I don't really have any control over it. So, oh, the mail truck's back. There were some people in the chat that were worried about, or in the comments section that were worried about the mail truck, but the mail truck is indeed back. So that's good news for a lot of people. Um, Here we go with the first card. This is a card that's in, I think, like every order I do like this, I feel like this card sneaks right in. So let's go with this. That's the bat down PSA 9. That is right on par with what I had. Pre-grade assessment PSA 9. So Acuna bat down. This is one that I thought could go either way. And of course, with PSA, it's kind of all or nothing with the 9s and 10s. That's why I like to buy the 9s, because they're so much cheaper. But if you're looking to resell, the 10s, of course, will bring you a lot more revenue. But this is a card I was going to keep anyways. It's Peyton Manning, Bowman's Best Auto. This is 7A. I believe there's a different one where his body's tilted and he's has a throwing motion. But this is just a beautiful card, vastly underrated as well. On card, Bowman's Best doesn't have a ton of autographs from '98, so beautiful card. That one got a 9, so I had that one as a 9.5, which it could have gone either way. Thicker card coming up here next. Dual card as well, which I don't have a ton of. I was thinking 8 plus. So 8, you got Fitz, you got Calvin, you got 2 future Hall of Famers, 2 of the best receivers from their era as well. Close in age too. He's an '07 rookie. Fitz is '04. This would kind of be, I mean, you could call this a Calvin Johnson rookie. It's from 2007, exquisite. So that's just a filthy card. I don't really care what the grade is. I mean, I didn't want him to give me a 6, because sometimes with the thicker cards, they downgrade it 2 grades for no reason. So, okay, Aaron Rodgers' finest, probably a Beckett snap out. There's one thing about this card that's interesting, is it doesn't have a number in the set, which I've never understood that really, and they also don't make like a Rodgers finest base card, so it's just the sticker auto. So that one got a 9, pretty good there. Upper Deck Ionix Brady. So I would say this is fair. It's just not a 10. If you look at the right to left centering, to me it falls outside of the 60-40 range. It's almost like close to 70-30. But the rest of the card is pretty much perfect. Like a slight white on the corners, but not anything substantial. So Futuristics Brady, I'm not sure the value of that one. I might do some edits and post some prices. Some viewers like that. Optic Mahomes. This was kind of 9.5 range, so it could have gone either way. And they gave it a 10. So honestly, it just depends on I say it in every video, but it depends on the day and the grader. So, I mean, when you're thinking about buying a 9 or a 10, it's just crazy. Every time I see the secondary market on 9s and 10s of cards like this, and I see the price gap, it's just crazy to me, because it's like a split-second decision by the grader. They're like, oh, it's got this one small little flaw. It could be a 9 or a 10, and they just put the grade on it. So one thing about the hobby that's very interesting. I thought this was 7.5 to 8. Thicker cardstock. It does have this purple white edge at the bottom, which is often just chipped up, and this one does have that chipping and almost kind of some edge roll up, like the edge is almost. It's just not. It's not perfect. It's a thicker cardstock. Cool little swatch in there. This is the SP Authentic. Believe it or not, when this card came out, I used to track this card. I want to say January 2008 is around the time this card came out. It might have been like February, because I know the Contenders was like January. This was like 800 to 900 raw for this card, and he was just coming off his sensational rookie season, so that was the peak of that card. And the Contenders, I think the Contenders was about 500 when it came out. It's fun thinking back to card prices back then. Okay, here's the Spectrum. This is cool. So they call it gold holofoil. And then there's also the base to 299. You got the gold to 99. This is like the third level to 25. So Calvin Johnson, love the SPX 07s. So there's some 07 in this order. This is one I thought was going to get like an 8. I put 8S on the sheet, so there's something on the surface that I thought was enough to drop it. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, I put 8 plus S, so I thought maybe 8.5. The centering's not perfect, so pretty generous with this grade. But I'm gonna put that into my Griffey set registry, which I'm gonna continue to do. It's probably one of the only ones I'll do. Couple Lindors. These were probably Beckett 9.5s, so that I thought looked good. I always take a look at the card inside the slab, because sometimes you'll have like a Beckett 9.5 or a PSA 10, and the card has like a little dinged corner, because sometimes when they're graded and put inside the holders, stuff like that happens. So that is something to be very wary of. But Lindor base auto 9, not bad. The refractor was I was thinking 9.5 to 10 range, so I was thinking it should get a 10. So the refractor, it's just got virtually it's not perfectly centered. I mean, splitting hairs here. It's just an awesome example of this card. It didn't really have any surface scratching. Corners and edges were nice, so it is definitely worthy. This is what I'm going to send in for a review. I'm going to take another look at it, because this is one I bought. It was in like a screw down or something, and I was expecting it to be, beat up like a 7 or something, but it just came out and it was beautiful. So I put it down as a 10 on the sheet, and it came back a 9. So I'm going to take another look at this with the loop and the lamp. It is different trying to evaluate these cards when they're in the plastic holder. That's why the crossover process is, it doesn't make any sense. The one thing I would say, the top to bottom centering is not perfect, and the right to left is just, it's just a tad. Could have just fallen outside that range. So I'll take a closer look at this. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Corners, edges, everything's perfect. Surface doesn't have anything, so I'm guessing they were just being a little stricter on the centering. So I don't know. Maybe it is a 9, but every once in a while there's a card that I want to see graded again. Tiffany Bonds. I had this as a 9.5 to 10, so I had a strong opinion of this card. But it's gonna take a lot for PSA to give 10s out on a card like this. I mean, this thing's beautiful. Um, it's probably one I'll consider snapping and letting SGC grade it. I'm pretty sure they'll do a 9.5 or 10 on this. With PSA, I think sometimes Pop Control comes in on classic cards like this, which shouldn't happen. But if you look closely at this card, and I've looked at a lot of raw examples of this card, that centering's awesome, and the top to bottom's awesome. Corners are sharp. The back centering's pretty dang good. The surface was clean. It's got all the things you look for in a gem mint card. So I mean, if a card is worthy of gem mint, give it a gem mint. There's no reason for it not to. If a card is not worthy, don't. So I've said that for the longest time. Just give fair grades. Don't worry about secondary market and all that. And if a card I send in looks like crap, give me a 7. I don't really care. This next card, I think these flames can be somewhat deceptive because they're kind of pointy, and when they're put into soft sleeves or when they're put into cases, it can kind of push, like, not top loaders, but mags sometimes push down on these flames. So if you have these cards, put them in a thicker soft sleeve, and then put them into a top loader or something, so the flames don't get dinged. That might be what happened with this one. I'm going to take a closer look at it. I think I was thinking 859 on it. So it's probably something with these flames, though. So this is one of my favorite Griffey cards, though. So the Hot Gloves, 97. That's it. So a lot of cards, a lot of talk on that one. But cards were interesting, and in my opinion, it was warranted. So let me know what you guys think about the order. Later.